Hey YouTubers, this is your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. So today I'm doing something a little different. In honor of its 11th anniversary, I decided to do my movie review on the very first Kung Fu Panda movie. So all of you know the story of Kung Fu Panda. It tells the story of a klutzy panda named Po, played by none other than Jack Black. Who else? Who has always dreamed of being a great kung fu master. And when he gets chosen by Oogway, Master Shifu, played by Dustin Hoffman, kind of gives him a hard time on his first day of training. But as soon as the movie progresses, it turns out to be a really touching movie that everyone will be able to relate to. And Poe has to train to be able to stop this great evil tiger, snow leopard, or whatever he is, Tai Lung, played by Ian McShane. And as soon as Master Shifu finds out, that Tai Lung has escaped, he has to really do everything in his might to train him the way post on the only way that he can. I'm sorry guys, I can't talk today. Anyway, yeah, the only way Master Shifu can train him is by food, and that is kind of a good method to train a panda like Po, in my opinion. And also, let me tell you, the story, after 11 years, the story is still great. It's phenomenal, and it's a story everyone will be able to relate to, because the message of the story is there's only one you, and that's the only person you can be. You can't change who you are for anybody else. And what else I can tell you about this movie is that, well, it's just great. Like I said, after 11 years of greatness, it's still a great DreamWorks animated movie till this day. And I love it. I've watched this movie over 1 billion times because, well, it's just one of my favorite DreamWorks animated movies aside from How to Train Your Dragon franchise. And let me tell you, the action in this story was just perfect as well. And I love how, like, we get to see Po become this great dragon warrior through serious training and a lot of hard work. And let me tell you, Jack Black as Po, he rocks it as Po. I don't see anyone else playing this role. If we get like a fourth Kung Fu Panda movie, I think Jack Black should continue the role of Po. And Jack, I don't know if you're watching, but again, you are a great actor. Every time I see you in a movie or something, you always know how to make me laugh. Again, keep up the great work as Po the Panda, because I really love you in this role. This is just a great role that you have ever done. And I don't see anyone else playing this role but you, Jack Black. Keep up the great work. And let me tell you about the Furious Five, played by Tigress, played by Angelina Jolie, Monkey, played by the famous Kung Fu master slash actor Jackie Chan, Viper, played by Lucy Lee, Crane, played by David Cross, and Mantis, played by the hilarious Seth Rogen. All their characters kind of really don't like Po at first, but at the middle of the movie, they start to like really enjoy his company. And Viper, I think she is the one that is definitely being there for Poe. She's so sweet and kind, which is why I love her character, because even though the rest of the Furious Five hate Poe, she finds a way to see past like his stupidity and everything, and just be there for him. Cause honestly, that's just the nicest character ever. But Tigress, no, she sees like she should have been picked. She should have been picked to be the Dragon Warrior. She is kind of like jealous of Poe that she wasn't picked instead of her. I can see that. I can see that because she's has more experience in everything, and Poe, he kind of doesn't. He's still learning the ropes and everything, but she doesn't really like him at first. But again, as the movie progresses, she really kind of grows on him, and when she tells the backstory of Tai Lung, I think I think we kind of feel bad for her in a way, because she really was training her best to get Master Shifu's approval, and still I don't think that was kind of like enough for him. But all in all, the Furious Five, they are just great. They're like really good main protagonists alongside Poe. And what I can tell you is that, well, I love them. And I'm looking forward to seeing them in a possible fourth Kung Fu Panda movie, being there for Poe, helping him in like his newest adventure. If Kung Fu Panda 4 does happen, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. We never know. But anyway, the villain, Tai Lung, he, honest to God, is just a great villain in this movie. We get to see his backstory, like I said before, and see he thought he was destined to be the Dragon Warrior. Even Shifu saw that in him, but like in his backstory, Master Oogway said there was darkness in his heart, so he refused to give him the Dragon Scroll and the title of Dragon Warrior, and he was just furious, and that is what got him sent to prison because of the things he has done in the village. Sorry, I'm trying my best to do this movie review. Pray for me, guys. I'm holding out. Yeah. So after everything he has done, he got sent to prison, and he was going to take the Dragon Scroll by force, which was kind of awful in my opinion. But all in all, we see like how childish it can be, because he's just like a whiny little kid who wants something. Like I said in my previous review of Aladdin, Jafar, and all that, how he was whining like a little baby. Tai Lung is doing the same thing. He gets upset because he didn't get what he wanted. That is just one of my things about him that I don't really like. I just think that's just sad, because he should have just accepted the fact that he wasn't going to be picked to be the Dragon Warrior. He should have accepted that. But instead he had to go on a rage and destroy the Valley of Peace. And as for the other stuff in the movie, I loved it. I loved the music. I loved the story itself, because we get to see Poe grow into from being a noodle shack waiter, and see him become a great kung fu master in the movie, and he makes sure to take on the role of being a Dragon Warrior very seriously. He still is himself and doesn't change for anyone else. The only person he could be is himself, which is why I love the story so much. It explains that you can only be you and no one else. That is just the moral of the story, which is why I watch this movie over and over again, because I can relate to it so much. And on to the positives and negatives. First off are the positives. The positives are the actors. I felt like when they first started recording this movie, I think they had pretty good chemistry when they first started. And that is what makes a good movie. Good chemistry between all of the actors and making sure that you have good chemistry with others and get along with them really well. And the story, like I said, the story is just phenomenal. It lives, it keeps on having good moments to this day. 11 years, guys, of this great story and this great franchise. I I still love it, and I am not ever going to stop watching it, even when I'm old, because I am going to continue to watch this great story and show it off to my kid as well. And that is something I really enjoy. I'm hoping that this story will continue to live on for many years to come. And another positive is that, well, Master Shifu, he doesn't really like Po at first, but again, as the movie progresses, we see him and Po form like a special bond between student and master, which is why I love it. I love it. Because, yeah, those two have a special bond that I believe no one can ever replace. No one. Ever. And that is why I love those two characters along with the other main protagonist characters. Master Shifu and Po, I get the feeling they're definitely going to grow throughout the many years they're together as student and master. And I believe they'll continue to have that special bond till the end of time. And on to the negatives, guys. The one negative, like I said, Tai Lung acting like a spoiled child just because he was not picked to be the Dragon Warrior. I mean, really, he could have just accepted it. That could have been a better role for him. He could have accepted that he was not the one to become the Dragon Warrior, and it wasn't his destiny. He is just like a whiny child. That's the only problem I had with the movie, because he was just acting like a whiny child, thinking he didn't get what he wanted, and that's just kind of sad and depressing. And he could have just accepted. He could have just accepted that he wasn't the true Dragon Warrior. That was the only problem I had with the movie. Nothing else. And that's it for my positives and negatives. On to the rating. I give Kung Fu Panda a solid A. I hope you guys can see it's a solid A. Because the story is just really touching and moving. And also, Master Oogway, we cannot forget about him. I think he was the only person who believed in Po when they first met, because he told him in his own way not to give up. There's that saying he says, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it's called the present. That is just, that quote right there, I think that is just something I'll always remember, because you don't know what's going to happen. That is what Master Oogway was trying to tell Po. He, in his own way, he was telling him to not give up. Keep on training until you become a true Dragon Warrior, no matter what Master Shifu in the Furious 5 said to him. Because he believed in Po, even when the others didn't. Also, the music and, like I said, the story. 11 years of this great story, and it's still the best story of all time in DreamWorks animated history. And that is just perfect. Jack Black and the rest of the cast, kudos to you for making this franchise an amazing one that people are going to remember forever. Thank you for making this great franchise. And again, I will always watch this movie for a very long time. And that's it for my movie review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with everyone you know, and press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is. And also, be sure to follow me on the Stardust app at Amari106 for my latest movie/trailer reaction. Take care, guys, and God bless. Peace!